Hello, hello. Welcome again to SNN War, where we review our episodes throughout the week and let you know what we thought of which was the best episodes we watched and what happened to those episodes and why you should go watch them with us.
Please.
Yes,
please.
With me here today is my group of homeboys that all know about anime. Will, King of Curses, Deontay the Giant, and Mike. I don't have a nickname for you yet, but I will have one. It is coming. It is coming.
Can't wait for it.
He's got an avatar officially now too, so he's a part of the one of us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of us.
One of us.
One of us. Oh yeah, he has the Gojo avatar, don't he?
He sure does.
yeah.
Gojo and
snap,
Sukuna up in here.
We're rivals
Man.
right now. Yeah.
You know what? I don't know.
So-
Is anybody else seeing a black screen on Mike's end?
That's what I was getting ready
Yeah,
to say. Do you got a camera, a lens cover on, Mike?
I'm just checking that now. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, there
you
we
are.
go.
There he
There's
is.
that
I was wondering. I was like,
bastard.
I don't see you.
The
Now
king
we
of
got him.
Liverpool.
I was troubleshooting it, wondering what was going on then.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on a minute. There it goes. Yeah, so we're just
Yeah.
missing one extra handsome face out of the Fantastic Four of us. So
The Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. That's hilarious.
I'm not feeling the best today, and y'all don't want to see my nose dripping like
I mean,
that.
I like his death
you know.
avatar though.
True.
Yeah,
Man,
the
Percy's
four
my
horsemen.
dog.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm loving the show, man.
Oof,
Yeah.
man. If only I didn't fall behind in Seven Deadly Sins. Only I didn't fall behind.
I don't think you got much. You didn't miss much. They just the offspring of some of the seven deadly sins. You know.
Well,
I think-
that and what happened at the very end, the last, I don't know, half a dozen episodes with King Arthur of Camelot.
Mhm.
Did y'all know anything about that?
Yeah, I did.
The chaos
I-
magic and all that?
is that
yeah,
the
I've seen
final
that one.
season?
Yeah, the very finale, the final
like
6
the last
episodes
half of it, right? Yeah.
of Seven Deadly Sins is about him. And he gets this chaos magic, and that's where it ends. And we don't know anything else about it. We know that Merlin had basically kind of deceived the Seven Deadly Sins because she had planned this whole time to use this magic that she did this certain way to help bring this chaos magic to King Arthur. And I forget what it did for her, but it did something for her as well. But it's been too long since I watched the end of it. But it's been 16 years since that happened. I am quite positive that none of us watched that Grudge of Edinburgh crap. That was no, it was horrible. It looked so bad. But this starts up 16 years later, and you got Percival, and I'll go into it more after that. But so how's y'all's anime week been?
Oh, real quick shout out to my mom. She's in the comment section waving at us. She said,
Hi,
"Hey
Mom.
everybody, It's
Hello,
Mama Giant is in the house."
Mama Giant. Yeah.
Mama Giant.
Yeah.
Mama Giant. Yeah, my anime week has been crazy, man. I'm caught up on everything now except for Undead Unluck. And oh my god, these past couple episodes have been nuts.
Oh yeah.
I love that show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Everything's been pretty good, bro. Or everything's been going pretty good for Saturday Night Nerds this whole, like, about past 3 weeks, man. We just been on one.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah,
good
it is.
time to be an anime fan.
Yeah, it is.
Everything's just top notch.
Oh,
Animation
yeah,
story-wise, it's all great.
Like 2023 just been phenomenal. Back to back, like non-stop smoke, man. Like
Yeah.
just great anime, man. Peak anime.
And we all
Solo
Go ahead.
Leveling starts soon as well.
Yeah.
As soon as one anime ends, another great one starts.
Oh,
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It's funny that and I'm not saying it was a bad, but the biggest complaint for animation the whole year that I've heard was the fish in Demon Slayer.
Man.
That's the only thing. And if you think about it, the rest of the animation completely made up for that in the show, because the higaguri, whatever that thing is that he does at the end where he slices like 4 heads off, that shit was beyond insane looking. Like the rest of it was so good, that big deal on the fish. But I'm just saying that, like, even the lesser anime that I've been watching this year, I have no complaints about the animation in them. All of the animation and everything has been really good this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I know you guys have already picked your topics, but like the latest episode of Shangri-La and Jujutsu Kaisen, actually the latest episode of Shield Hero too. So
yeah, man,
all 3 of those anime have been going off.
Like, I don't want. My fault.
No, go ahead, man.
No.
I was going to say, not even just like all the anime we're watching now. Have any of you 3 watched Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix?
I'm halfway done.
Oh
now.
my gosh! Like, I was a little bit off put at the beginning because I saw like the CG animation. I thought it,
but it grows
immediately when I
though.
see. Well, here's the thing: it's immediately when I see CG animation and Netflix, I think Kengan Ashura, and I'm like, okay, excuse me, I'm gonna go throw up. But then, like, this is sort of like more like Arcane was in its animation. And did you watch that, Mike?
No, it's on my list. So much time to find to watch anime. Not enough in the day. Give me 30 hours a day, I'll catch up in a few.
Yeah, Michael's list might be bigger than mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the animation in it was really top notch. I noticed that in our top anime of the year, it had the most votes right now, which I don't know that I'm going to say that it was my best anime of the year. I would pick Pluto over it without a doubt, and Pluto didn't even make it into the top 5 in our group, which I think is like heresy. I think that's none of them have watched it, and that's fine, but I have a feeling that if anybody that watches it, that will absolutely be their top pick of the year. Free Run's going to be up there high too, man. That show is just, it's got everything. It spans the emotional breadth. It has the top-notch animation for the battle scenes. It is amazing. But dude.
I honestly think Blue Eyed Samurai should not be spanking all the other anime the way that it is. Like, it's good, but it's just like Jujutsu Kaisen and One Piece are putting way too much
winning
work.
over Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, if you go to
they capping, bro. They capping.
Yeah.
I think there's like 3 or 4 people in the group that really liked it, and they were all jumping on it and like telling everybody about it. And I mean, that's cool, but it just, I'm like, well, okay, so I'll go watch it. And it is really good. I'm not going to lie. I don't know that it's the best anime of the year, but I'm going to say, I mean, the writing was good. The animation was good.
Yeah.
There was enough twists and turns in it that I never felt like it was predictable along the way. So, I feel
like we should revamp all of the polls one last day just to make sure nobody's capping. Like,
man, that takes a whole lot of work. I'm just gonna leave them polls, and I'm just gonna keep telling people, get y'all ass in there and vote.
Yep.
612 members in the Facebook group, and all y'all need to get in there. Get in there.
Right.
Get it. So who's going to start us off today? Who feels like jumping into their review?
Yeah, I think want to start.
Wow, none of y'all jumped at that. Like, one of y'all is supposed to be like, "Oh, I'm ready to go."
Well, like I think we're ready. We just trying to decide, like,
yeah, it's a major. Yeah, it's a major ultimatum right now because all of these new episodes went crazy.
Yeah, they're all good, man.
Yeah,
they really did. They really did. Okay, well then, how about this? I'll pick someone. We're gonna go.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna. I have a feeling that you're trying to do 2 episodes with this Jujutsu Kaisen. So
Like, I can wrap it up.
Let's start off with you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Like Jujutsu Kaisen. If y'all didn't vote on the polls, first of all, y'all capping. Y'all lying to yourselves. This has been nonstop, back to back bangers, man. Okay, so episode 17 was only 30% done. It is what it is. But everything outside of that has been phenomenal. The emotional parts of it, the animation, the voice acting, and the storytelling has just been, if not 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 for me. Last episode, of course, we lost another one of the OGs, man. Well, I can't say we lost because this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, episode 20, said that she has a chance to live. The dude that saved her said that it's not a 0% chance that she'll make it. There is a slight chance she could make it, which in the manga, if you haven't read in the manga, it wasn't clear. We thought, okay, man, there's like a 90% chance or 99% chance she's dead. But just hearing it, no.
Man.
No.
Man, she got her eye blown out.
I'm holding out hope, bro.
She ain't like, Carl from The Walking Dead, man.
Listen,
he's the only one that can live without that eye.
Brutal.
It's only an eye, okay? It's only an eye. All right. It's not like her whole head exploded off. It's an eye. Okay. So the anime gave us that, I don't know, man, maybe a 25% chance she's alive.
Flicker
or let's
of
say
hope.
50-50. Yeah,
it's
just
a flicker of hope.
Yeah.
Flicker of hope. But that's all we need, right? You know what I'm saying?
That way you can get that flicker of hope crushed and stomped into the ground when you find out she did.
Man,
she did,
bro.
Same way Gojo.
You know I love her. You know I love my girl Nobara. But anyways, yeah, let's pull up the picture of.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, dang it! I clicked on it as soon as you said it.
This episode, man, let me tell you, bro, these 3 went absolute bonkers. They went crazy, man. You know, you had our boy Toto coming in there. Like, you heard that clap. You already knew what time of day it was.
Woo!
He was like, uh-oh, I heard the clap. It's that time.
All the smoke.
So is he your favorite too, Will? Is that what you were saying in chat?
He's one of my favorites. And I love him to death, man. He came in there, swooped in, gave Yuji that little extra push, like, hey, bro, pick yourself up right now, bro.
Yeah.
Stop all that crying. We ain't got no time for that. This is war. All right, save that for the end. We got to run hands right now. We got to take care of business. You know what I'm saying?
Bust heads now, cry later.
Stand your
Toto's my
up,
favorite
bro.
in the whole show.
Yeah,
he
just
earned
that.
So I've just been just waiting for him to come back. He's been beating
himself up, though, man. He's been beating himself up, and I understand. From an emotional perspective, it's like, how do you go on from there? You seen one of your best friends die in front of you, your mentor explode in front of you. How do you move on from that? You know
I'll be honest. I don't understand getting held up by that at this point. He has watched people be touched and literally turn into a blood bomb. Okay, just like explode in front of him. You know that these people can die in a moment's notice against these curses. How could it not have ever come into your mind that this could have happened and this not be something that you were prepared for. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like when soldiers go to war. I mean, I can't. I know that stuff is going to be hard to deal with, but at the same time, like once you've been there for a while and you've seen people get blown up next to you, at some point you're gonna you go, I have to do what I have to do, regardless of this person that I care about getting blown up next to me. And that's what Yuji's got to do. And I'm not saying it's easy. I personally have never been to war, and I cannot speak at this from a personal level, but all I can say is that the thought that I believe that would come to me in that situation is that, you know what, if that person is alive back there, I've got to keep doing what I'm doing, or they will be dead for sure. And there's more people that are depending on me.
Yeah,
right.
Next, yeah.
You got to carry on their will. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Keep.
You got something to say, Mike?
Yeah, to me, I feel like Yuji's whole phase he's going through, it's known in the manga as this is where he loses his smile. From now on, in every manga, he loses his sweet innocence. And with being possessed with Sukuna, I think he was keeping a tally for himself. Every person he saved was a reason why he had the finger.
Yeah.
But because of what Sukuna did 2 episodes where he just blew up millions of people, it's hit him that he will never be able to tip that balance in his favor anymore. He is no longer a good guy keeping a bad guy at bay. He's a good guy with a bad guy that comes out and kills too many people. And I think that's what's hit him. His friends have died and there's too many casualties. And as I said, in the manga, it's known this is the part where he loses his smile. He's no longer, he's always frowning, he's always down.
He's
absolutely. It's character development that one of the best. He thought when he had the finger, he was going to help. And now he's realized from eating that finger, he's
just pretty much damned a lot of people.
Yeah, Mahito pretty much called him out and set him straight all in the same conversation. It's just like, how many people have you saved? Or is it how many people did you kill? Did you keep track of that number? And he would say stuff like that to Yuji, and Yuji would just be like stuck.
Oh, he said, how many curses have you killed?
Yeah. And then he said something else about the people that Sukuna took out and all that, and how Yuji would never be able to save more people than that. And it's just like, damn, Mahito, I gotta give it to him. He is a damn good villain. He is a damn good villain.
His voice actor went dumb in the booth these past couple episodes. Like, that voice acting is crazy. It's beautiful and it's like amazing. Like, I'm in awe. Like,
man, we got to see like full scale Mahito personality and powers this episode. It was like, Jesus.
For me, I got very much Shigaraki tendencies from Mahito with the face and everything, where he's just laughing maniacally and just killing on the spree.
Man,
it's just so good to watch. The complete opposite to Yuji. He just loves killing, and he doesn't care who or when or why. It's just he's born to do it. He's going to do it.
You're at the wrong place at the wrong time when you see Mahito. It's because he might just turn into something.
Anytime him and Sukuna is on screen, is like it's gonna be both a bad time and a good time all in one.
Yeah.
Because they're very entertaining when they're on screen. They command a presence, and it's like your eyes is just glued to them. But at the same time, nothing good comes of it. Yeah. Charisma.
I also think that it's something else. I think that unlike a lot of the other cursed spirits, there's an unpredictability with Mahito and Sukuna. Everyone else, you can kind of bet there's going to be some banter. There's going to be some back and forth. There's going to be some exchanging of blows. But with Mahito and Sukuna, there's no idea what's coming next. Like, and Mahito is obviously a lesser form of cursed spirits than Sukuna is. Sukuna can go totally nuts, but like Mahito, he can touch someone and cause them to go into one of those just malformed cursed spirits and chase people around and try and eat them, or he can just cause them to explode, or he can throw some of them people that he has that are like pebble size at you, and or he touched two people and turned them into swords. Like there's just it's the unpredictability. Where is this going to go? What is he going to? The fucking subway station thing that was like
you made that cursed train
chasing them.
Yeah,
the cursed spirit train.
Yeah,
and then fucking Toto running inside of that thing with Mahito on the outside. God, that cracked me up. Oh man,
it's so good. It's amazing.
Like, he is such a Mahito is such a beast of a villain, man.
And he is, man. Like,
and even though he couldn't keep up with our boy Toto.
Yeah.
Nah.
Mr. Swallow. Man.
Yeah, he did say that. He knew what was coming, but
like you really can't know, because like, is he gonna switch you with Yuji? Is he going to switch you with The Rock, with himself? Where are you going to go?
And
where are you going to be swinging?
That's amazing. That power right there, the potential he has, like, is.
What if he uses it on Sukuna when he uses that all slash and he puts him and the boys behind the slash and Sukuna in front of it? I'm just saying, Yuji, Toto, and Yuta against Sukuna equals a W.
Yeah.
Three of them. Like,
well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's a guaranteed W because, like,
well, there is no guarantees in this. We've obviously learned that. I mean, where's Gojo at?
Yeah.
As I say, where's Gojo at? He's in like 4 pieces, laying on the ground. All right, and still people think he's coming back. So really, there's no telling where any of this goes. But I'm saying that that team, I think,
Gojo's coming back, but I think he'll come back with Kenjaku in his head instead.
Absolutely.
Yo,
I was kind of wondering that. I was.
Oh no! Wait,
that would be. That's ridiculous.
Wait, does Kenjaku have a bone? Does Kenjaku have a bone to pick with Sukuna though?
Not really.
I'm genuinely asking. I have no clue.
No, not really. Like I mean, at the moment their goals align, but it's not like they are really friends as far as we know.
Allies.
So I mean,
allies by like cause. That's it. But they would. I think they'll stab each other in the back if they wanted to.
Yeah, because it's just like Gojo resurrected with just Kenjaku taking over his powers with the 6 eyes and the limitless. It's just like even if he does kill Sukuna, that means everybody has to face Gojo now. So it's just like there's no win for losing with this series.
Oh no, that's
right. But
that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. That's just too wild.
I don't think Kenjaku is going to take over Gojo. It's just my thing. I don't think that's going to be the way they go. I think that's again going back to I don't think Gojo's coming back at all. It's just my opinion. I think we're done with Gojo. I think that I think that apparently Gege made comments about he had trouble getting rid of him and thinking of ways to actually kill Gojo, and so now that he's got rid of him and he's going to bring him back, I don't see that being where that goes. So now that being said, obviously we've all seen things happen here that we didn't think was going to happen before. So, but I myself, I just don't think that's where it's going to go. I do think we could see Kenjaku jump out of Geto's head, but I don't know. I don't know where they would go with that.
Oh, so Geto. So he's still intact with Geto's body in the manga. Maybe?
He's still intact with his head.
Yeah, like Geto got his head cut off by Yuta.
Yuta, nice.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Nice.
Kenjaku Ghetto Head is just laying on the floor, smiling like he's like some Halloween prop.
Yeah.
He's still like alive and kicking and
But
talking
we
shit.
do gotta remember Takaba's nearby. Takaba is.
And Takaba's
so if Takaba,
broken.
if he, I don't know, man.
Who is Takaba?
If he
Takaba's the comedian.
Season 3.
That might be a different story.
He's a what?
Season 3 character.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I stopped at Shibuya arc, and the way that the anime's been going, I don't think I ever pick up the manga again. The anime's going crazy.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I
JJK crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring it back to the anime.
Yeah, let's bring it back to the anime and then wrap it up. We're already a couple minutes over, so let's go ahead and
back to the anime. What would y'all give this episode?
I'd give her a 9 out of 10.
I said, what would y'all give this episode? Like,
9 out of 10. I agree with Mike.
9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was good.
All of us.
The animation was top. I think the animation could have been a
Me personally,
bit more detailed, but everything else spot on.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Especially that scene with the final scene with Mekamaru and Miwa. They just made it cinematic with she just sitting on that subway and crying and all that. You have all the Kyoto students sitting in that other car. I was like, damn, man. It made her look so beautiful, man. I really enjoyed that scene. So 9 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah, that was a beautiful scene though, man. It was a quite beautiful scene, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'll give it that 0.5 because of that cinematic scene right there. But also the last, like, bro, when you hear the ending song coming on, and then the narrator comes through with the telling us that Yuji, Mahito, and Toto is like fighting at 120% of their potential. That right there, I was like, and it was bar for bar out of the manga. The panel was perfect, like just amazing. Look at that, like it was perfect. So yeah, 9.5 for me. And of course, this is an S tier anime. I would put it in S tier.
And next episode is probably gonna be just as crazy.
My review.
Did anyone else get like, what would it be? Demon Slayer season 2?
Yeah.
Penultimate ending vibes where the music kicked in and it carried on through the credits, like when Jutaro blew himself up and it just left that scene ready for wanting to come back straight away to watch that last episode.
Oh yeah.
A lot of anime studios are starting to do that now. I think that's pretty cool that they're ending stories that way.
How about you? Are you rating it?
I think everybody gave it a 9 out of 10 except for Will gave it a 9.5. Am I correct?
Yep.
There we go. Well, I gotta say it was a great episode. So
S tier.
For sure. So what did you do? What did you watch this? What are you going to review this week, Mike?
I'm doing Shangri-La episode 10. Yeah, Let's Go Tomb Raiding, which just threw me straight back to PlayStation days with Lara Croft.
Yes, Lord, man, this anime is crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
So this episode started off with them in the forest, which for some reason I keep on thinking.
I've only seen one episode of it.
A lot of the bugs just reminded me of Beedrill from Pokemon, Heracross, a big beetle. I just looked like Viridian Forest to me. And then you've got the boss fight they had, which I think looks like an enemy from Zelda.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Absolutely, right there.
Absolutely.
So it seems like they're taking a lot of inspiration from other video games as well, which I find absolutely amazing in the anime. It's pulling nostalgia from different video games into one, so everyone gets that little nostalgia pull while you're watching a different episode.
No.
And I think that's a genius move. Oh, I think we lost Will.
He'll probably be back in just a minute.
Yeah, but the in-game video mechanics, like he wanted to go for a no-damage boss battle, which we all know, we've all done that when we've beaten a game once and we go through it a second time and go, I can do this without taking a hit, which I just thought it just emulates video game playing in the real world perfectly on screen. And some of the moves and the dodging, the animation for the fight scene was peak. I think just leaping over, using real life physics, knowing not to step on certain spiders' threads because certain ones vibrate and certain ones don't. And it's just detail in the storytelling just puts it so high for me. It's like you feel like you're learning something while you're watching an anime, and then you're also learning about how to play a video game.
Yeah,
right,
dude.
For us nerds.
A lot. I've heard a couple reviews before, like the Mojo review that Kenpachi sent us the other day. Like the guy put Shangri-La Frontier at number 5, and he called it a love letter to gamers. That is exactly what it is.
I couldn't say it better myself. As I said, pulls from old games that we all grew up with, challenges that we used to set ourselves when we completed the game to make it harder. Whoever's writing this must be a massive gamer themselves.
Yeah, Tome is a beast of a gamer.
Well, and something else, like you were mentioning how there are lots of throwbacks, like Easter eggs to other games and stuff. When you watch him play some of those other trash games, like the one game is just a fighting game. You definitely gave me vibes of like Virtua Fighter or the old Tekken games. You know what I mean? And then he's playing another one that was like a shooting game. And so I was like, you got your Call of Duty style MMORPG. It was hitting every genre along the way. You know what I mean? When they got to the one where they were talking about Pensilgon and the Pensilgon Kingdom, that's like a Sims game where they built up a whole kingdom and had a whole kingdom of people, and their kingdom invaded her kingdom. You know, so it definitely is. Yeah, it's definitely like hitting a lot of genres of different games, and him being a trash gamer, and you get all these flashbacks to these other games that he's played and different experiences he's had with them and what that did to make him a better gamer here. So I think that's kind of cool in it too, you know, because we get all these other games that we don't have to learn the mechanics. We don't got to learn about the game, but we see the game and we're like, oh, that's Call of Duty, or that's, you know, something like this game that I played back then, you know? So, I completely get that whole vibe from that game, from the show.
Dude, Sunraku is an absolute monster, man. Well, Pencil Knight is pretty badass, too. Like that one scene where she's meeting with people back in her original game, and they're just like spending like 10 minutes talking shit. She just takes her sword and just stabs it through the table, and both of them shut up. And I'm like, she's a badass. I love Pencil Knight. She commands the room. She has such a like boss ass presence, and apparently they're going after another one of the 7 Colossi now, and they're probably going to bring Sunraku with them, and that's going to be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, right. I like the setup for some payoff, as in it's a little bit of mystery with the 7 Colossi, and they're going after Weathermon. And why is it so scary that Eno was so scared that she ran back to her dad to tell him? So it gives that little hint of intrigue, like, oh shit, this guy's this powerful and she's running back and she's that scared. What is this thing? And how bad is this going to kill some Raku if he buggers up?
Right.
So,
right.
Also, the little tidbit that they dropped was the NPCs, when they die in the game, they die for good. So that gives a certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Like urgency that if she gets in danger, he has to protect her. Otherwise, she's gone for good.
Yeah.
Right. I also found it interesting that neither one of you mentioned, I don't think, but they revealed the backgrounds of what's that? Is that other guy Kataro? Katsu, thank you.
Katsu.
He's a professional gamer, and Pencil Knight is a professional model. Both of them are adults, and you'd figure a professional gamer and professional model are fairly well-to-do. So, it's kind of interesting. You got a high school kid, and then the other two top gamers that he's talking to are an actual professional gamer and a model, but this high school kid's the one that keeps up with them. Thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it establishes rivalry already out the gate. It gives you that ominous feeling Sanraku's going to have some issues on the way to the top of this video game. So I like what I'm seeing.
The thing that I was thinking as it'd be funny if it turns out that the thick video game owner is top dog in the video game.
Yeah.
I imagine that's going to come out.
Be a nice twist at the end, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
For sure.
Yeah, we pretty much established who my waifu is for this series, so.
Yeah. She's a pretty good looker. I can't lie though. I just am, like you said, I'm just enthralled with the story that they're building and the way they're building it around the games. The different worlds we're going to see when they go, because the bug world was completely different than the other places that he's been. He had the mud monster, the mud whale that he fought. That thing cracked me up. So, I'm enjoying this wherever it goes. I'm happy to go. So,
I like the way it showed you that it was Sunraku struggled a bit, but then you just see Katsu when you first see his avatar, just one shot, and he's like, "Oh, this is." I didn't know these enemies were this easy. So it kind of showed you that Katsu is just as good, maybe a tiny bit better than Sunraku, but we'll find out the more we see of the character.
Dude, it gets your adrenaline going too. They have the background music to support all the crazy ass feats that they're pulling off, and it's just God, dude.
Man, that opening theme is fire. It goes so good.
It doesn't need to go that hard, but it goes that hard.
Yeah. Oh, it does. I would say for the year, for this season, it's the best opening song of any of the anime out. And I mean, you got Jujutsu Kaisen that's awesome as well, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, Broken Games just hits different. Yeah. I even pursued the song on my own. This is one of those songs that I'm going to go to Apple Music and download it without being prompted to by somebody else. I want this song. I love it. I'm going to take it to the gym with me. Rock out.
Nice. Well, I think that's
for Shangri-La. I'd say it was an 8 out of 10 for me. It was a good episode, good storytelling, good setup at the end for what's to come.
Yeah, I'm hooked for sure. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 myself.
I you know what? I'm going to split you both right down the middle and say an 8.5 because I thought it was a touch above average this time. So I'm happy with it. The boss fight was the one that got me. So, do you want to go, Deontay, or do you want me to?
Mine shouldn't take that long. I don't think is everybody watching Shield Hero, or is it just me?
Oh, I'm all caught up.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I'm still getting through season 2. As I said, you guys told me to watch Shield Hero when we did the last one. I've been slowly watching 2 to 3 episodes a day, slowly getting through. But I'm fine. Painful. You can spoil it. I'll probably forget about it before I get to the start of season 3 anyway.
Man, how do you feel about Shield Hero spoilers?
Well, that's what he said. Go ahead and spoil it.
Okay. So pretty much season 3 is nothing but redemption, pure redemption for freaking season 2. Season 2 is it's kind of a struggle to get through, but as soon as you hit episode 1 of season 3, is you hit the ground running. And we are up to like the 7th or 8th episode now, and we get to see like a continuation of the arc where Naofumi gets a dragon on his roster, and this dragon is named Galleon, and of course there's going to be a rivalry between Philo and that dragon, and both of them ended up getting I guess imprisoned or devoured by even bigger and more evil dragon. Or I wouldn't say evil, I would say corrupted dragon. And Naofumi and the gang are all jumping this dragon to save Philo and Galleon. And dude, the animation and the background music for this was chef kiss. And the animation was beautiful too.
Yeah, I really thought that the showcasing of the abilities of all the people, using them together, their teamwork, the coordination to take on this dragon that was obviously more powerful than the group of them all put together was really a feat. And then for the secret, the hammer that broke the shield to be the blind white tiger cub Alta was just amazing. Her power, he said, it hits harder the more defense you have. So like the fact that their armor is so thick and it gives them so much defense means that it just hits them so hard, and it shattered that armor. Yeah, man, it was great. I love the orca chick that they got on the team now too.
That's my baby.
It cracks me up that she's always drinking. I love those kinds of, it reminds me of old girl from Black Clover with the
Vanessa.
Vanessa, always drunk and talking shit. So, but yeah, man, and his whole like kingdom that he's got built and stuff, it's really cool. And I love that he's back to his old self, and like he's got the other heroes there, some of the other heroes there, and he's not really like a dick to them, but he's like, you guys been fucking up. You gotta get your shit in gear and let's get it done. We got stuff to do. And it just it shows a level of maturity that he has about the situation they are in, that the other heroes are just now, like they were all taking it as a game or something fun to do, and he never took it as that. Especially, I think the way that they treated him caused him to not be able to take it in a fun way or a way that you would take a video game, because he was so chastised at the beginning of it because bitchy bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like it's really he's turned it around, and it's really become different, and he's like showing them the way, and they're kind of like where he was at the beginning of the first season.
Man, now the tables have turned, because it's just like, I don't think Spear Hero and Arrow Hero were with him during this battle with the dragon, but Sword Hero,
Ren,
Ren, he was there supporting them, and I guess to put everything aside now for me was just like, you know what? The priority right now is getting Philo and Galleon safe and out of harm's way. And they all tightened up just to fight this dragon. Like, their strategy is top tier. The fact that the two little tiger cubs were able to figure out, Windia was able to figure out what the dragon's weakness was, and it's that upside down scale. And they just cashed in on it to help defeat this guy, and it was crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. I really like it. There's a lot of action, a lot of fighting, and the cursing in the show is something that's kind of unusual. It just isn't like something you always see, but there's also like this whole family feel to the show that is something that you don't get in all of the anime either. So,
right.
it really, honestly, it feels like my household because, like, my kids are 14, and actually my son turned 19 today. So, happy birthday,
happy birthday, Connor.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Big 19.
So, yep. Getting ready to kick him out tomorrow. I was a joke. But yeah, man. So we don't, we've never been one. We if we cuss, we cuss. We told them when they were young, don't cuss. Now my 14-year-old, I think, cusses more than I do. Mostly when he's gaming. Man, it's bad. But yeah. But that's what I'm saying is it's like a family there. They say, thank you.
That was Will.
Thanks, Will. They take care of each other and they look out for each other. It's their whole little community is like one big family, and now Fumi's like the overprotected, bitchy old, grumpy old man dad, like me.
He really is.
He is. He's so grumpy, and man, what he did to those. And you'll forget about this, Mike, but man, what was it like episode 3 or 4 when those traders came and they were going to kidnap all the kids and go sell them because you get such good value for the kids from his village. And they all got back and they beat all the traders and they tied them up. And so then they sold them into slavery.
He no mercy for them too. They sat there and begged him and he was just like, no, what goes around comes around.
And they were all nobles. And they were nobles from another kingdom. So it was like doubly like these guys weren't used to being.
Yeah, Naofumi is the one character you cannot expect to be the bigger person because he's just like, I'm going to get you for this shit.
He is petty for petty's sake.
I thoroughly enjoyed that for him. He's a boss. He's a loving father of like 10 kids right now. And it's like, and they all will beat the shit out of you if he gives them the say so.
And with having 10 kids, I understand him being a little cross every once in a while. I got 2, and they annoy the hell out of me sometimes. So I can only imagine what 10 would do.
He's stressed out 24/7.
Hey, I'm going to have the fat one take care of the skinny one. And I'm going to go. You can get along with a guy like that, huh?
Yeah, this episode was incredible. This season's been incredible overall, but man, this episode got me. I would say between Shangri-La Frontier and Shield Hero and JJK after just seeing it today, as soon as the episode ended, I started swearing my ass off. I was pissed off. Like, why is the episode over? When they would play music, I'd be like, don't you fucking dare turn this episode off. No, you better not. I thoroughly enjoyed every episode of these shows. It was so good.
I bet.
24 minutes is not long enough these days. I want more. Give me hours.
Please.
I would take it. I can't lie. I'll take it.
For real. Yeah, for this episode, I'd probably give it an 8.5.
I'd say about an 8. It wasn't the best episode I've seen, but it was definitely great. It was a lot of fun to watch. And like you said, it was really good to see Alta come through and tag that scale there in that fight, man. Wow.
Straight up beast mode.
For real. So then it's down to me. And I got a whole bunch of picks for this anime. That was the Shield Hero that we were just talking about. I'm not sure who it was that was asking. That was Shield Hero, Rising of the Shield Hero, episode 9. And yeah, exactly. And then I'm getting ready to go into 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. This is the continuing series of the 7 Deadly Sins, but don't hold that against it. It's really good. They went back to the 2D hand-drawn animation. It's really nice. A lot of the fight scenes in it are amazing. I'm not going to say it's the best animation out there. It's really clean. It's really fluid, and it's pretty. Like I said, Deontay's going these pics will show you. Like the magic is really cool in it, and it doesn't really have a whole lot of explanation. The guy in the center there is Percival, and he's the one with the big long cloak, and he's the main character right now. The one directly above him in the white with the hat, that's Nacian's. The guy on the right is Donnie with the red hair, and then the left, it's a girl, and her name is Anne Vaglod, but they call her Anna. So we'll just go with Anna.
Nice.
So
I
those
watched
are the.
it, but
This is like. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I'm guessing one. I haven't watched this, so I don't know much about it. One's going to be Bon and what's his name? King's sister's child, I reckon. One's Meliodas and Elizabeth. Diane and King. I can't think who the fourth one would be a child of. Is any of that right? Because you've got similarities to a few of them.
I'm going to tell you, I thought that I didn't know this until just today because I was doing a little bit of research to find out. In this picture right here, only Percival is actually one of the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. The others are just people that are going to be traveling with him along the way. Now, I will tell you that since you asked, and I'm going to go into spoilers for the manga that I haven't even read, on in the anime, but there's a pink fox that is traveling with them, and his name is Sin. Sin, that fox right there, that is the son of Bon and Elaine.
So Fox in the breed. So,
and he can change shape. So he changes shape into this fox, and he's helping them out. They do not know that he can turn into a person at this point. All right. Another thing that I found out, Sin is another one of the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. Okay. He is another one of the knights. Tristan is the son of Meliodas and Elizabeth. And he was the main character in the movies, The Grudge of Edinburgh. And by the way, Sin is in that movie as well. I didn't know that until today. But Tristan is also one of the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. So he will be in the series later on. The other person that is one of the 4 Knights is someone named Gawain. And we haven't met her yet. So, she is a niece of King Arthur. So,
ooh,
nice.
That's a nice twist because isn't Arthur supposed to be the big bad? So a family member is supposed to take him down.
That's yes, one of the
story.
It is, and something else I thought was really cool about her when I was reading it is people they possess their own kinds of magic as the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. I know that Percival's magic, he's death, but his magic is hope. And in the previous episode, he had actually died. Like his eyes went blank and everything. And all of his friends hoped. They were like, we really, really want you to come back. And he came back to life because of their hope for him to come back. Is what I believe it was. It never really says, but he does come back to life in the previous episode. And that's when his magic power goes, yes. Well, actually, in that picture, there was only one. When you see Percival with the fox, that's 2 of them. That picture. That's 2 of the knights there. Only one of them is transformed into a fox. Thank you, sir.
I feel, is the fox like a substitute at the moment for Hawks-chan?
Kind of, yeah. And it is very funny. Although I got to tell you, like you can see, put up the picture with the big cloak for me, Deontay. Okay, see how Percival looks right there? That is how he normally looks. Okay. Now his cloak is extremely long. It's not normally that long. That's part of the magic. And when he comes back to life, he envelops them, and he is flying. He never has done this before, but he's flying all around and taking them with him and avoiding Ironside, who is shooting all these red crosses at him that keep exploding in the sky. When he's in this position right here, he swoops towards Ironside and he cuts up to hit their do you remember the Coffin of Eternal Darkness from the Seven Deadly Sins? Yeah, well, in Seven Deadly Sins, they had that was where the demons were kept. The demon, that was the seal. What was the seal on demonkind? And remember Meliodas' remember he had that broken sword that had the dragon handle on it at first?
Yeah, I do remember that.
That dragon handle is part of the Coffin of Eternal Darkness. And they in the show they had gotten that and used that to put the coffin together, and that's how they unlocked the demonkind. And it was not something they put a lot into in the Seven Deadly Sins, but it's a big deal here. And we do see the handle again that Meliodas used at the beginning of it. That was like that twisty dragon handle thing. Okay.
Cool. Who are these guys?
I was going to tell you that in a little bit, but I'll go ahead and tell you now. That is the one on the right is after Percival swings at the Coffin of Darkness, he cuts Ironside's helmet in half. The one on the right is Ironside. Ironside is Percival's father. Oh. The one on the left is Varghese. Varghese is Percival's grandfather, so he is Ironside's father. And he notices this is a shot of Percival at the end of it is thinking about how much Ironside looks like his grandpa. Ironside killed his grandpa in the first or second episode.
Damn.
And he was there for it, and it was bloody and vicious.
Dude.
Yeah, and he tried to kill Percival. Percival's got scars on him from where Ironside tried to kill him. So,
God damn.
Yeah, it's a touchy thing. So, and he uses Percival. You're going to notice is kind of simple, not really stupid by any means, but he's kind of simple in a lot of the things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I watch all my anime on gogoanime.com. Most of these you can find on Crunchyroll. Is that where, do you see them there, Deontay?
Yeah, I watch just about everything on Crunchyroll except for Undead Unluck. Undead is strictly Hulu.
So, I'm a horrible pirate. I love I stream from sites whenever I have them, and I have a bunch of them, but I like the way that GoGo Anime has it set up for me to keep my bookmarks and follow all of my anime, and I can get it all in the same place at the same time. So
yeah, Crunchyroll pretty much has the entire catalog.
Thanks, we appreciate that.
Absolutely. Let's see if Will can make it in. Yeah, I might have to check this show out since this is just a spinoff and the story is just starting from scratch. Man.
Right. I mean, honestly, if you know a little bit about Seven Deadly Sins, cool, but it's not going to be something that's like hugely important to the overall plot of the show. I think it's something that you can jump right into and start up. And man, Percival is just the most adorable character. The things he does at the end of oh my gosh, at the end of the episode, he's like, gets that look that he's got like right there in my avatar, and he's like he, and they're like, what's wrong? And he's like, I need to lay a loaf, and they're like, well then go do it. I mean,
man,
oh gosh. And I'm just like, really? So thanks again.
So basically he's got a very cute chibi mode whenever he's acting innocent.
Very, very much so. And he bounces back and forth between it. And you'll find, like I said, he's not stupid, he's simple. So there's things that you'll find that he doesn't understand. And especially if it's things that are like underhanded, like he doesn't understand somebody being mean to someone for no reason. That doesn't make sense to him. He doesn't understand lying to somebody. That why would you lie to somebody? There's no reason to. So I guess maybe naive in a sense, but intelligent.
Man.
So naive and innocent.
Very much so. Very, very much so. Childlike. I mean,
like total opposite of Meliodas, as far as his role goes in the series.
Yes, and not that they have their moments when there's fan service in it, but they're not from the very get-go. Do you have Meliodas lifting up Elizabeth's skirt like 3 times an episode? It is definitely not there.
And copying deals, and it's just like, damn, man.
Yeah, no, none of that. This is much more something that you wouldn't mind your kids watching. I mean, there's definitely, like I said, when Homegirl goes down to her battle armor, we all know that battle armor for women involves like a brassiere, some shorts, and like tall boots, right? And there's no armor there. And there's nothing on your arms. You have to show as much skin as possible. That's the woman's armor, right?
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't see that ever keeping anyone safe in a fight. I mean, you can say, well, you have freedom of movement. Yes, you do. It's almost as though you're wearing nothing.
Man. It's like all that exposed skin is just like, you got a couple blind spots that I could just cut up and you'll just die instantly. But
to me, I think it's because if your attacker is too distracted looking at the body, he's not going to actually hit you now, is he?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Okay, but on the other side, when I went to Wizard World, Texas a few years back, there was a girl walking around the con, everybody dressed up in cosplay, right? She was in chainmail, a bikini top and bottom, and nothing else. That was very distracting. I'm just going to tell you.
I believe
and I know she distracted me for like 2 hours that day.
I got a lot to pay attention to right now. Heavy focus, concentration.
I had a friend that was playing in a card tournament, and so I went with him down there, and I was doing stuff. That was when I met Chris Sabat and got all the Vegeta autographs. That was awesome. Met Meredith McCoy, the voice of Android 18. I saw the room that Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes were in, and the 1.5 mile long line of people that were waiting to get a ticket to wait to buy or to wait. They were waiting to get a ticket to wait in line to the show. you couldn't even get into the line for the show unless you waited in this line for a ticket. And the show wasn't for like 4 hours. And it was nuts, man. I was like, yeah, it's not worth all that to me.
Yeah, damn.
It was pretty crazy.
2 Comic-Cons a year I do. So I know about waiting. And the British like to queue.
True that.
Do they have the line ride too?
Exactly.
We're pretty much at 2 conventions a year ourselves, but we're trying to expand and hit up more for sure to see who all offers something different.
Oh God.
It's a challenge, and especially if you have anything else going on in your life. Luckily, one kid's out of school, and the other one is starting K-12 now this semester. So that may free up a few things for us to be able to do. So hopefully. So
fingers crossed.
For real. So Deontay, we're done with this. And nobody else has watched it. I would have given this episode, I'm going to say a 7 out of 10. It wasn't like the best episode or anything, but it was a lot of fun. It really showcased the difference in, like, for me, this and the 7 Deadly Sins, where, like I said, you still have all the magic and the fun going on, but you don't have the fan service. There's still comedy, but it's a lot more, it's a little more kid-friendly comedy. So there's a little bit of blood, but there's not a lot. It's not like everybody's getting their heads cut off or anything like that. But it's a nice middle point for shows. The animation is really good. I like I said, I think it's going to grow into be a lot. It's going to grow into be a lot better. Yeah, thank you. Who is that?
That's Will.
That's Will.
Yeah.
Awesome. So with that, that's the end of the reviews. Deontay, sir, you have shout outs and things coming up from SNN. So why don't you hit us with that, man?
Absolutely. So this weekend, which is basically starts tomorrow, but officially Saturday, the 9th, we're having the SNN Awards, the 3rd annual SNN Awards. So you guys tune in at 6:30 p.m. Central. You'll be able to see, like, our entire Facebook group did nominations and voting for the past couple of days, and you want to see what 612 people have thought about as far as nerd culture goes for the year of 2023. You're more than welcome to tune in. A lot of our hosts are going to do like a round robin. We'll announce like the nominees and the winner, and then just peace out. And then, like, the main host, we'll just hang out for a little bit, share our thoughts on everything, and then should be a fairly shorter show this year than usual. We don't want to hold everybody up because December is that month for the family. So it's definitely good conversation, a good time coming. Comically Inclined is going to be there. And we may have some guests, or we may have some people in general from DFPN in the comments to hang out as well. So it's going to be a great episode, and we'll if anything comes up or any details we need you guys to know, we'll keep you posted in the group.
All right, wait, that might not be mine, so I'm not going to go there.
Awesome. Mike, do you have anybody you want to shout out to, say hi to?
Unfortunately, I'm the biggest anime nerd I know. Not many other people join in my nerdism here. But hopefully, I will be able to shout out some people next time I'm on. Give them more, get ourselves some more views around as well.
Yeah.
But, awesome. I don't know if anybody is out there looking for me, but hi, here I am. Hey, this weekend, Jen and I will be at on Saturday, if it's still going on, we'll be in Chaffee at the Christmas market, selling our wares. We're Black Cat Soaps and Sundries. We do handmade soaps. body sprays, beard oils, bath bombs, all kinds of stuff to keep you smelling good and making baths fun. We do treasure soaps like dragon eggs with D&D dice inside of them. We got a giant 20-sided dice. It's got a whole set of D&D dice inside of it. So, trying to keep things fun, something good for the holidays. There's some baskets on there. You get several different items for a good price. It's all packaged, ready to be wrapped and thrown under the tree. So
absolutely.
Hit our website up. It's blackcatapothecary.biz. Yep, we got SNN late nights on Friday nights. Tomorrow night.
I think it's going to be Saturday at 10:30 now. I don't know if I made it. I had to make the event for it, but it's supposed to be like the after party for the SNN Awards. So you'll see Will, Jeremiah, and Grave potentially just talking about what they think about everything that came out in 2023. So that is where you go for the after party. Oh, whoops, there we go.
Yep. All right. Well, then I guess that's it. And then we're going to say goodbye to everyone. We did good. We only went 10 minutes over this week. So we're getting closer and closer to that time frame. I had fun. Did you guys have fun today?
Absolutely.
Yes, I had massive fun. And I really need to catch up on Rise of the Shield Hero to see this dragon, which I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I'm like,
give me 2 weeks and I'll rate it on the next webcast. I'll rate it for you. See if I think it's as good as you guys said there is.
Yeah,
see, there you go.
Team is going to be a very stacked roster now with this dragon. So, Chef's kiss.
Oh yeah, and you'll be missing next week, right, Mike? You're going to be on shift and you won't be able to make it, will you?
I'll get back to you on that one. I think my shift may have changed. But
okay. Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, then we'll see you all next week. Have a good time and have a good night.
All righty.